Welcome to a journey that takes us back to the timeless cycles of ancient wisdom, only to bring them to life in our modern world. When we hear the story of the phoenix, a mighty bird that bursts into flames and rises anew, or the lotus, a flower that blooms pristine from murky waters, we instantly hear a message about survival, transformation, and renewal. But how can these stories guide us in a career crisis, a relationship breakdown, or a personal slump? This 15-minute script will walk you through 5 chapters, each one blending an ancient narrative with a clear, actionable lesson for today. Alongside, I'll spotlight Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches resilience and clarity of mind, and show how its principles resonate with the phoenix and lotus archetype. By the end, you will have a roadmap for reinventing yourself, drawing on the best of past and present. Philosophy Spotlight, Stoicism. Stoicism is more than ancient philosophy. It is a toolkit for modern life. Founded in Greece and later perfected by Roman thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, this philosophy centers on the idea that we cannot control external events, but we control our judgments and responses. Imagine a fisherman in the Mediterranean who has no control over the weather, yet knows that the sea's nature is indifferent to his fortunes. In Stoic terms, good or bad events are indifferent. What matters is how we react. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who ruled while facing wars and plagues, kept a private diary, Meditations, where he wrote, "The universe is change, life is opinion." When a palace threat rose, he did not curse fate. He disciplined himself to maintain inner peace. Seneca, a former advisor, taught that it is not the burden itself that breaks us but the way we perceive it. 3 takeaways for today. 1. Reframe setbacks as opportunities. The phoenix's flames are not destruction. They are a chance to shed old patterns. 2. Cultivate inner discipline. The lotus rises in still water because it focuses attention inward, not on external noise. 3. Accept what cannot be changed. Instead of ruminating on a missed promotion, focus on what actions you can take next. In the chapters that follow, each ancient narrative will echo these Stoic lessons, illustrating how to harness change rather than resist it, turning crisis into a catalyst for growth. Chapter 1. Emerald Flames, the Phoenix in Greek Myth. Around 3,000 years ago, the Greeks described the phoenix as a majestic bird that burst into fire at the end of its life cycle. From its ashes, a fresh, radiant bird would rise, symbolizing rebirth and eternal endurance. In the theater of history, the phoenix was the embodiment of a man named Oedipus who, after unraveling his fate, found himself a king again, reborn from personal tragedy. What did this myth teach us? That the most profound transformation often begins with self-destruction. In today's startups, founders learn that pivoting from a failed product can unearth a far more valuable opportunity. How to apply it today? 1. Identify your old bird. List one habit, job, or relationship that no longer serves you. 2. Set a fire break policy. Commit to ending that habit in a specific way, perhaps delegating responsibilities or scheduling a quit date. 3. Plan your rebirth. Create a vision board for the new role your life will take. What skills, values, or passions will you cultivate next? Concluding thought. Like the phoenix, you must allow yourself to go through the heat of change to be reborn stronger. Call to action. If you found inspiration in this story, hit like, share with a fellow dreamer, and subscribe for more ancient wisdom turned actionable today. Reflective question. What one bird in your life is ready to burst into flame so that you can rise anew? Chapter 2. Silence from the Wet, the Lotus in Chinese Tradition. In Zhou Dynasty China, Taoists described the lotus as a flower that does not touch the murky river but instead flourishes in pristine silence. When it blossoms, it carries no scent, yet its elegance speaks volumes. During the Qin dynasty, an emperor named Huan encountered a lotus on a lake. He admired its steadfastness in darkness, deciding that his own court must remain untainted by corruption. The core lesson: the highest clarity emerges when we remain still amidst chaos. Today, an executive may feel surrounded by endless emails and deadlines. In a quiet 5-minute meditation or a purposeful pause, they can gather their thoughts and make a decision that aligns with their core values. How to apply it today? 1. Pause the noise. Set a timer for 300 seconds each morning. Do nothing but breath before you glance at your phone. 2. Choose a center. Pick one virtue, integrity, compassion, curiosity, and let it guide your tasks for the day. 3. Let go of the dirt. When challenges arise, detach your emotions from them and address the issue at hand, like the lotus leaves drifting apart from the polluted water. Conclusion: stillness is power. Let the lotus remind you to cultivate a quiet center that stays pure through turbulence. Call to action: like, share, and subscribe if you're ready to bloom in your own quiet. Reflective question: how would you cultivate personal stillness to navigate today's most demanding moments? Chapter 3: Ashes of Rajyachaviya, the Burning King in The Indian Epic. In the Mahabharata's Ashwatthama forest, the once proud king turned into ashes as a result of his past violence. Yet he realized his fate was a chance to rebuild his life, aligning it with truth and service. He taught that from the most devastating losses come the richest growth if we let go of ego and commit to higher purpose. For modern entrepreneurs, one may face the collapse of a venture. Instead of blaming the market, they can examine their own assumptions, rebuild their knowledge, and create something more ethically rooted and resilient. Apply today. 1. Own the ashes. Identify a failure and accept responsibility. There's no power in blaming circumstances. 2. Find purpose. Ask, what problem can I solve that aligns with my deepest values? 3. Rebuild with humility. Gather mentors, learn from past mistakes, and launch a new, wiser initiative. Conclusion: ashes are not just remains, they are the foundation for a more authentic future. Call to action: if you agree, like this video, share with someone who has survived failure, and subscribe for more transformative stories. Reflective question: in what ways can you transform the ash of a recent setback into a foundation for your next venture? Chapter 4: Welding Boldness, the Ironman of Rome. Roman engineer Vitruvius, in his treatise De Architectura, chronicled how the Pantheon was rebuilt after a fire. He noted that the architects used tempered steel and innovative designs, turning the tragedy into a marvel. His lesson: when disaster threatens our structure, we must repair and strengthen, not retreat. Today's business leaders witness cyber attacks, supply chain disruptions, or sudden global downturns. Each event is a test of infrastructure. The opportunity lies in revising and improving systems. Steps to apply. 1. Assess your infrastructure. Identify weaknesses that became apparent after the crisis. 2. Invest in quality materials. Allocate budget for long-term upgrades, whether in talent, technology, or processes. 3. Celebrate each rebuild. Share progress with stakeholders, turning each fire into a milestone of growth. Conclusion: through burning, we uncover raw materials that, once welded, become legendary durability. Call to action: like, share, and subscribe to ignite your next major upgrade. Reflective question: what structural flaw in your organization was exposed by a recent crisis, and how can you strengthen it today? Chapter 5: Rouse with the Wind, the Native Tribe's Creation of Hope. The Hopi tribe's legend speaks of the white cloud, who rises after the storm, painting horizons with new light. They say the earth's soil, soaked by fire, must rest before seeds can sprout. Their ceremonies honor both destruction, burning the old to release energy, and renewal, planting the new. For individuals battling burnout, the Hopi view offers that healing must come after a period of rest. A mindful pause is the soil where future growth can settle. Implementation today. 1. Finish the fire. Schedule an extended break, weekend retreat, sabbatical, or digital detox. 2. Nourish the soil. During downtime, engage in restorative practices, gentle yoga, journaling, or spontaneous walks. 3. Plant the seed. Set a new, manageable goal that aligns with your refreshed energy. Conclusion: like the white cloud, allow yourself to be lifted after the storm, and then return with purpose. Call to action: if you're ready to rise with the wind, like, share, and subscribe for more ancient lessons to guide your next chapter. Reflective question: after a period of burnout or exhaustion, what new goal or purpose are you ready to plant in the renewed soil of your life? Final thoughts. The phoenix reminds us that destruction can be the spark that ignites growth. The lotus teaches us how to remain pure and present amidst adversity. the Ashwatthama king, shows humility as catalyst for purpose. Vitruvius's rebuilt pantheon demonstrates that ingenuity can turn tragedy into enduring strength, and the Hopi's post-storm rituals illustrate the importance of rest for renewal. Each narrative, fused with Stoic wisdom, offers a powerful framework. Accept what cannot be changed, confront what can, and deliberately reinvent yourself toward higher values and fresh beginnings. Thank you for joining this journey from ancient cycles to modern reinvention. If you felt the flame or sensed the quiet, hit like, share with someone who might need this renewal, and subscribe to continue the conversation. Remember, the next time life asks you to burn, you may be simply about to rise again.